Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome for the first time. My name is Missy. I am a photographer, former lawyer, and mom of 3 little kids, Noah, Georgia, and Sloan, and I am super happy to have you. One of my goals this year, speaking of goals and intentions, is to show up here on YouTube a lot more. So I hope that you will join the journey with me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, I would love it if you would subscribe and support my channel in any way that you can. I really appreciate you being here. So today we're going to talk about goals and intentions. So grab a warm drink. I've got my matcha, of course, and get your pen and your lists ready if you want, or just sit back and relax, because this is going to be a no stress intentions video. I want to talk about the things that I want to focus on for 2021. Hopefully some of those will be things that maybe you want to focus on or will inspire you to focus on, and maybe you can share with me in the comments some of the things that you are looking forward to for 2021 as well. I have written everything down on a list. I find that's one of my favorite ways to stay organized, but I do want to preface this by saying that resolutions can sometimes leave a bad taste in people's mouths, and I think that's because that there is so much pressure, so much disappointment, and it's hard for a lot of people to put numbers and timelines on things. That just adds to the pressure, and it makes it not fun. It makes it sometimes unattainable, unachievable, and I don't think that's the best way to start off a new year, but I do love a fresh start. I do love setting goals. I think, you know, everyone can use a little goal setting. Even the most productive, healthiest, fittest, most successful people in the world have goals for themselves. So there's no reason why we can't focus on us and, you know, write down what you want to achieve this year, whether that be in your business or just in your life. And for me, a lot of that this year is going to be the opposite of pressure and stress, because that is something that I've had in my life for many, many years. And although I work well under stress, I also have anxiety issues. And even though my personality is very prone to wanting to go, 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 I need to slow down. And I think that's the case for a lot of us. So all of that being said, let's get started. So a huge category for me this year is going to be health, wellness, mental wellness, self-care, and things like that. So I'm going to start with that. Health and wellness is the title, but it's also one of my intentions for this year. So I spent a lot of years of my life working in the fitness industry. I was a swimsuit model, fitness model. I was a personal trainer and group fitness instructor, a nutrition coach, all kinds of things. And I loved it. It's a huge part of my life. Every time I step into a gym, even if it's been a month, I snap back into feeling like this is a big part of who I am. I feel empowered, I feel strong, and I feel like it's a really good thing for me. This year, being that gyms have been closed, I've been at home with 3 kids, I've been homeschooling and working, and kind of doing it all by myself. My fitness has gone by the wayside. So I do work out sometimes at home, but not enough for sure, and definitely not to the level that I want to. So it's not about losing weight, it's about feeling good, feeling happy, being healthy, and I think that's an important goal for all of us. So that's going to be one of my goals this year, is to exercise more. On the same lines of fitness and health and wellness, I am pretty good about drinking lots of water, taking my supplements and things like that, so I want to continue that. But I also want to eat more plant-based. So our family is very much plant-based. I would say 85 to 90% we eat plant-based. We don't eat any meat at all, but we do eat some seafood, and we do eat some dairy and eggs. I don't know that we'll ever be fully vegan, maybe. That would be nice. I think that that's important for the animals and it's important for the earth, but you know, to each their own. For me, I'd like to at least start by cutting out a little bit more dairy. I don't drink a lot of milk, but I do have it in my tea, so things like that. Wherever I can cut it out a little bit more and incorporate more vegetables and more plant-based proteins is a big win for me. This one's tough for me, this next one. because I'm very much a type A personality. I like to get things done. I'm a go, go, go kind of person. My mind never stops and my body never stops. I just like to get things done. I'm big on productivity. And so this year, I feel like I need to slow down. And that doesn't necessarily mean doing less. Well, maybe it does. For me, it just means to be more intentional about my time and giving myself the time to slow down and the days off. And I feel like when the kids go to bed, I'm doing a million things to prepare for the next day. And maybe sometimes that just needs to be my skincare routine and going to bed. So slowing down is a big one for me in 2021. And it'll be tough because I don't like to sit still. I like to achieve things, like to check off that list. So anyway, I'm going to try to be more organized so that my time is spent more efficiently when I am doing things. And I'm going to try to focus on a little bit more downtime. Included in that downtime is getting more sleep. Being the type of person that I am, I stay up really late at night because I want to finish all of the things and have the perfectly clean house. I don't think it's wrong to have a clean house. I want to just side note with that because that helps my mental clarity. It helps with my anxiety. I feel like when there's mess and there's clutter, I get very anxious. So I do want to keep a clean house, but I don't need to be washing the floors at midnight. I need to find a way to relax in the evening so that I'm getting more sleep. Right now I sleep like 4 to 6 hours a night and it's not good. So I've already set an alarm on my phone. You can actually set sleep schedules on your phone, but I set an alarm at 9:15, giving me a 45-minute countdown to start my skincare, start winding down, get off the phone, get off the computer, and just get ready for bed. And I'm hoping that that helps me get more sleep. I think it will really, really change my effectiveness through the day, but also my mood and my stress level. So I think that's probably one that we all want, is to get more sleep, but I really want to work on doing the steps, taking the steps that are necessary to actually make that happen. Along with getting more sleep and slowing down, I'm going to really focus on my nighttime and my morning routines. I love having a nighttime routine and a morning routine, but with the baby and with breastfeeding her in the morning, she gets up pretty early, and then I'm tired and I kind of lay around in bed some mornings. I do find it hard to kind of stick to a morning routine. So what I'm going to try to do is, if I get to bed earlier, I'll wake up a bit earlier, get myself ready, and have a little bit of that alone time before we start homeschool and all of the other things that make up my day. Okay, last on my list of health and wellness, self-care, etc. is to spend more time outdoors. I am not an outdoorsy person. I love the outdoors, but I'm not like a hiker, camper type. And my kids tend not to be either. They love to be creative at home, drawing, writing, reading. They're very studious and they're not as physical with getting outside. Although when we do it, they love it. So I'm going to try every single day, no matter what the weather, to get outside at least a little bit. Soak up that vitamin D, get some exercise for the kids. Even if it's a walk around the block with the dogs, we need to get outside more consistently and more often. Okay, that is it for the health and wellness category. And the next one is goals for my business. And this one's tough because in 2020, I was extremely busy with photography, but then we had a couple of different lockdowns where I wasn't able to work at all. And frankly, in a lot of situations, didn't want to work based on the COVID numbers and what was going on in the world. And so this year, even though I would love to do as much photography as possible, and I hope that the lockdowns get lifted and the numbers get better here in Toronto, I might have to focus a little bit more on the other aspects if I want my business to grow during this time. So I finally hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which I know is like nothing for YouTubers, but for me it was a huge deal. And so that motivated me. I really want to show up more on YouTube. I want to educate people on taking photos, for example. That's one way that I could maybe earn a bit of revenue without having to be physically in front of people. What else? I want to hit the next rank in my Young Living business. I am obsessed. I love my essential oils. I love Young Living as a company, and I've had a lot of fun building that business last year. And so one of my goals this year is to hit the next rank. My next business goal is to educate myself. So I am really enjoying learning a little bit more about videography. So I feel like, I mean, there's always things to learn about photography, but I feel very comfortable with my photography. And I've really enjoyed taking a few courses on videography, taking family films, and I'm hoping I can maybe offer family videos in the future, but I need to learn a little bit more. So that's one of my goals, is to educate myself this year and spend some time really like practicing and diving into some of the things that I find interesting. And hopefully that will help on the business side of things as well, because it'll give me other options and things to look forward to. Okay, I feel like I need a deep breath. I talk too much. I get really nervous on YouTube and I just like talk 100 miles a minute, like woo. Okay, so for life goals, I want to cook. I used to love cooking. I still love cooking when it's for fun, but cooking for my family every day is very tedious. And I think because there's so many snacks and so many meals, just never ends. I want to get back to enjoying cooking again. So I'd like to watch a few masterclass videos on cooking, get inspired, and start using different recipes just to like inspire my love of cooking again. So that's a life goal for this year. The other one is to stay organized. Now I'm pretty organized, but I could be better at this. Most of my family and friends would say I'm insanely organized, and in a way I am. But I need to get a little bit more ahead of the game. I want to get my work done ahead of when it's due so that I don't feel rushed, especially if we have days where it's cloudy, hard to take photos, and then it pushes me back another day. So I really want to get ahead of things organization wise. So I've got a lot of notepads, notebooks, bullet journals. I have a planner coming, I don't have it yet. But I really want to stay on top of those things this year and feel like I'm not as scrambled when it comes to work, because then I'll be less scrambled when it comes to my life. Okay, I think that's it for me. I think I have basically told you everything that I really want to achieve this year, and I hope that it didn't come off too rambly. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that some of those intentions resonated with you, and I hope that you'll share yours with me down below. Stay tuned. This year I definitely have a lot coming for YouTube. I want to do some cook with me's, some clean with me's, lots more vlogging with the family. I really miss doing the family vlogs, and I hope that you will come along for the ride. Thanks again. Bye.